and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie, and today we are going to start making a journal. So on my desk I have the cover of a book that I used. I fussy cut it and I removed it completely from the cover. The cover is shiny and I'm certainly not going to leave it that way. I want to make sort of something that was would be stacked on it, I think, I guess. So I'm going to get some, what am I going to get? Some sort of cardstock, and we're going to see what we can do with that. Before I do anything, I've taken out some packaging, some envelope, Amazon envelopes. I need to decide how I'm gonna do the cover, and I think that I want to use fabric, but I also think that I want different pieces of fabric. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to go in my stash and in my scraps, and I'm going to see what little bits I have, and we're just going to glue them on the cover, and we'll take it from there. Okay, let's get fabric. Okay, so I just grabbed a bunch of things. I have a doily, I have a piece of fabric that is really, really thin. Not sure I will use that. This is a bit left from a journal. This as well. This is a top that I did cut. It's not too see-through. And then I took this lace. Some of you might recognize it because I have some on my Etsy, and I'll probably use a piece of that. Okay, now, how do I want to do that? That's not easy. I'm thinking that I'm going to glue fabric on paper. A piece of envelope is going to be too thick, isn't it? So maybe on a piece of plain paper. Let me see, what do I have here? Ooh, don't. I'm going to start a chain reaction. I have this. Let's see. That's big enough. I can take both covers. I can put this on the side for now, and I'm just going to just check the size that I want. Do I have a pen somewhere? No, but I have a ruler and a knife. Probably making things more complicated than they need to be, but this is what I have in mind. So I'm just going to do that. And that doesn't work because this has moved. And also it's not the right size. Oh, Sophie! Let's do something like this. So, cutting again. Sort of like this. A tad longer than my cover, and I moved, didn't I? I did move. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Okay. So I did that. I am going... It's complicated in my mind. I think I want to make some sort of strips. I think so. Well, you know. Let's try. Let's just cut a couple of strips. And I think today we'll just make the cover, and this is going to be like a sort of year-long project. No, you won't rip. That's a shame, because I can't really cut straight. But it doesn't really matter if I cut straight or not, to be honest. We have a strip. The end of my, let's put it that way. No, I can't, but the end of my page is here. So I don't necessarily want big strips. I'm just going to cut random sized strips. And then I think I will glue them next to one another with a slight bit overlapping. Okay, so I'm going to do off camera, I'm going to cut some more strips and I'll see you afterwards. I've also taken the liberty of flattening them with actually a hair straightener. I'm going to use art glitter glue for this. Actually, no, that was a better option because I don't want the glue to be too visible. So I'm just going to glue them strip by strip. And I am not helping my mat. Putting some more glue on it. Okay. I'm just going to do this. And then I'm going to put some on my fabric and then some here. Like this. I'm going to do the same here. This and again. Do I have enough? Yes, I do have enough. Okay. Yes, I did. Up. And because we have some more space. I'm gonna glue another one and I'll just cut it to size afterwards. There we go. So I have one side covered. I'm going to let it dry. I might just add some bits of glue. So I'm going to let it dry while I do the second one, the back one. And once they're dried, I'm just going to cut them to size. Okay? See you in a minute. So both my covers are dry. They're very flimsy, but I don't care because the cover per se is very, very strong. What I've done is I've trimmed the top and the bottom. It is going to be overlapping my cover. Once they're glued, I will trim them down. What I've done is I've made these parts just the size I want, and they're going to be a bit longer, so I might trim them as well. But I have my two parts ready, which is the thing that's important now. As you can see, everything went well here, but here you can see the glue, which is not something I really, really like. So I've decided that I'm going to go, sorry, and I'm going to add lace on these parts, if I don't die before. Sophie, you put more glue to hide the glue? Yes, I do. Will it work? Yes, it will. You might hear me coughing, but you might also hear our fans. We have two now, just because, well, it is so warm and the dogs are not happy either. So we do whatever we can to cool, to cool the room. Okay, lace, lace, lace. You can use anything. You could use paper, you could use buttons, you could use what have you. Like this. Oh, come on. Je laisse pousser. Oh, poor thing. There. Like this. And the last one. Over here, like this. So I'm going to let this one dry. I'm going to pick up this one. I'm going to go like this. And now what I'm going to do, I want to see if I can remove that piece and glue it somehow on my cover. So I'm just going to destroy the doily, because that's who I am. Okay. See? Let's see. Sorry, we're charging you. My daughter is kind enough to help me. So let's see. Just that's going to be cute. I hope my glue is not going to seep through, so to avoid that, I'm going to glue this on a piece of paper. Let's see, do we have pages? Yes. So I'm just going to glue. My piece like this, and it's doing fine. Good. Why did I do that? I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure. But I did it, so I suppose it was bound to be. So. Mao, c'est pas un os qu'elle mange, je pense. I'm sorry, you're switching language because I think the dog is eating something that's not hers, is it? See? It was my mistake. There we go. We have a cover. I'm not going to glue anything on the back cover, so I guess that's what I can do. Let's just see how I need to glue this so that I can next trim it. Okay, let's put some glue. Glue on the cover. I've decided to put girly things on top, but it is going to be an eclectic journal. Mais non, pas épileptique. Eclectic. Eclectic, it means it's different things, Mao. It's not one style, it's a mix of things. Okay. So that one is glued. Let's take the other one. And let's just put glue around it. I don't know. How do I want it? Oh, let's change. Now for this one, it doesn't really matter because it has nothing on. So there you go. I'm going to let them dry. In the meantime, I can remove. I'm going to reinforce the spine, but just with some fabric tape. I am now wondering whether I want to hide the black. I don't think so. I think no. And I wanted to make a flippy flappy thing, which I completely forgot, didn't I? Flippy flappy thing, how am I going to make you? I might have an idea. I might. I'm going to reinforce my spine, then I'm going to trim these bits. Sorry. Now I'm going to see what I can do with my flap. And then what? And then what? Might be that it doesn't have a flippy flappy thing. I can't quite picture it in my head. Let me get the fabric. I have my big fabric tape from 49 and Market. And because I'm lazy and I don't want to measure, I'm just going to do that. So now I need to take it like this. I would like to have a bone folder, and then I'm just going to glue it here. Like this. And then back here. Okay, this is done. Now, I have my sides that I need to trim. I need to be careful. I'm going to do this very, very slowly. It's not dry. Should have let it dry. Sorry, I'm out of frame. but I'm just cutting my cover to size, trying not to destroy it. And they're trying not to destroy it is the hardest part. There. It is the size. Voila. So let's do the same with the second one. I really don't like to cut anything with fabric with these scissors, but because they're paper, I don't want to ruin my, they're glued on paper, so I don't want to ruin my fabric scissors. We have a cover. That's the right size. Let me just remove that from my scissors. Okay, well that looks cute. That looks cute, but we need to do something on the spine, don't we? I said I wanted to use some of these, but this is so large. It is too wide. It is too wide. So I think I need to use another one. I might actually have one like this, but smaller. The one I had in mind didn't fit. So I got this one out, which to me looks fine. I'm gonna cut sort of straight a piece. This. Do I mind that we see the black? Well, to be honest, I don't really mind, care either. No, not this one, I want this one. So I'm just going to put some glue here. And I'm going to glue my piece there. And now I need to think on how I want to do the sides. I think I need to help my lace get inside like this. And I'll do the same on the other side. June. Ooh, that's a stay with me. Okay. I think we're sort of good cover-wise, aren't we? Could be a good time to think about closure. I'm going to put some eyelids here, but I need to wait until this is dry. And I might want to try something for the closure, don't I? Do I have something really next to me? I might. And then again, I might not. Yes. I have these. I need to figure out how to use them. you have this. You have this. So if I wanted to use that, I could I? Oh God. I can't get it out anymore. So I could have the big bit here. And this on something that would come to close here. Right? And again, oh. So what I could do is punch 2 holes to set this one in, like here. And then you'd have a wraparound which would end over this here. Okay, let's give it a go. Never done this. What is the gap between the 2 thingies? It is 1 centimeter. Okay. This is 13.5. 13.5. Okay. We will guesstimate. I need a bigger hole. Aha. Do I need my big shot? Big shot. The other one. Let me get it. Its word is not coming to, its name is not coming to mind. So big setting. I'm gonna try to be sort of clever. And have my hole here. Wow. That worked well. And the other one. Less than a centimeter. Let's do that. Yeah! Oh, not. Yeah! Got 2 of them. Come on, bend your leg. Okay. It is very thick. Little pliers. So I will need to have something here to hide. I have no clue where my hammer is, so I'm just going to use the back of my scissors the best I can. Okay. Could have put it a bit further in. That's okay. It will close. Okay. So I need to have something with an eyelet here. And I think we're going to use stripping. Like, oh, come on. I will need to put 2 eyelets here. Is there a back? Is there a front? Not really. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to glue 2 pieces together. If you have a sewing machine, you can sew them together. But I don't want to go to my sewing machine for the moment. No more electrical devices. We're warm enough. So I'm just going to fold it on itself. And I'm going to do it another time. Like this. Okay. And once it's dry, I'm going to place 2 eyelets, and then I will place, I'm thinking, I know it shows, but I'm thinking, do I need to put eyelets? I don't really need to put eyelets. I just need to have 2 little holes. Because if I do put eyelets, because that is not going to be flat. You see, there's a little screw here. So it's not, come here. It's not flat. You see? If I add eyelets, well, we can try, and if not, we'll make this smaller, you know. Let's try. Let's see. You try. Can I poke 2 holes? I'll try. But I have a hole. Okay, I have 2 holes. I need 2 eyelets. Do I not have a spare eyelid on my desk? Ooh, that is weird. Where are you? You're here. Yes, you're here. I don't have anything to fold. Oh, no, you're not eyelets. You're not eyelets. Ah, let's go on the other side. Alright. So let's just take eyelets. But which ones? I think I'm gonna go with 2 little golden ones. Which I'm going to place here. Or not. I think I'm gonna, it's hard to think. It's really hard to think. Because if I do this, and I want this to be No, they're going to be like this. And we'll have to glue something on top of them to hide them. Scissors. That's one. Have I managed to lose the other one? Probably no. Not this time. Yeah, crocodile, Sophie. Okay. I have my two thingies. My eyelids are too small. It didn't cross my mind that that could happen. It didn't. What is simpler? For me to cut a bit? Probably. But then I need my little cutting tool. And they're never very often, because otherwise, it would really be far too simple. You have yellow legs. I know you have yellow legs. Show me your legs. They're wearing my fins. I move them. Okay, let me give their sister. Pepper. So let's see if I cut a little bit off. That is not going to be enough. That is not going to be enough. Let me just see. Okay, I'm gonna go on doing that and I'll see you afterwards. So, after lots of fighting, I managed to get them both in place. And now I'm just going to bend the little legs. Like this. So now I need to find something I can put here, but I have my closure like this. And I need to secure it on this side as well, so that, you know, you can close it. How big do I want to leave it? like this. I'm going to put 2 eyelids here. Yeah. Up. Okay, let's go. 1. That's 1. Up. And 2. Like this. Is that going to be enough? Am I going to be able to fit it through? Let me try to widen my hole. Yes. Yes. Oh God. Now, everybody back in place. Qu'est-ce que tu manges là? T'as volé du tissu? She stole fabric. Qu'est-ce que tu manges? He's eating something. I have no clue what. But I made you bigger. I did. Yes, I did. So now you fit. Big Bite. I found the name. I found the name. Can't see a thing. Got you. Now number 2. Yes. Yes. I can shorten my little piece of fabric. And we have now our closure, but we need something here, and I'm thinking button. So I do have buttons on my desk. I'm thinking big button. Scissors. And I think that I will then consider that we have finished the cover. We'll make the inside of the cover at another time. I'm not going to be able to cut you, am I? Nope. Let's see. No, it doesn't. It's not flat enough. So that's not the one. I mean, let's try, you know. Oh. Okay. I think that whatever I'm going to try to put here, I have to glue on a piece of cheesecloth or scrappies, because otherwise it will never be flat enough. What do we prefer, this one or that one? I don't know. I don't know. This one? No, I'm gonna go for the orange one. So, we thought we were done, but not completely. So, rather than taking cheesecloth and using the wrong scissors, I'm going to make a little sort of bed for my button, which I will then glue on the under the button and over this, because then if I do this, I think I should be able to secure my button. Ooh, scratchies. So I'm going to do this. Okay. So I'm going to staple them. Staple, staple. I have staples here. And I'm going to use my Crafterier block glue, because then I'm sure that my button will stay in place. So I'm placing some on my button, pressing. It takes time to dry, not that long, but still it needs time to dry. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing over my little piece that I want to hide. And then I'm sure that everything will be really, really secured, because this glue is absolutely great. There we go. Okay, I'm going to let it dry, and then we will give it a go. And I think that will be it for the day. So today we've made a journal cover with a closure. We've used fabric, lace, we've used scraps, we've used a closure, we've used eyelets, we've reinforced the spine, and we've done the back cover. So my closure works. There it is. Come on, go into the little hole. And it holds quite well. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this process, and I guess I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.